Well, David, that's a tough result to take tonight.
Yeah, I thought there was not much in the game. I thought we were. I thought when we played football, we looked threatening. I thought we created enough chances to score. But then if we don't defend set pieces, we're going to make it tough for ourselves, regardless of how many we score. And so it proved. You know, we said to him before the game, set pieces are important, and we've conceded from 2. And if you concede from 2 in any game, you're not going to win that many.
There wasn't much in the game. We've had chances as well, and it was a tight affair at times.
Yeah, I thought there was not much to choose between the 2 teams, and 2 set pieces have decided the fixture, really.
I think it's fair to say as well, some of the decisions didn't go our way tonight.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to talk about that. I'll go and see him in a minute. I said, look, I think I've only been to see one referee. He's the worst we've had this year by a distance. I found it quite ironic that the home fans were cheering that they didn't know what they were doing when he was so bad for us, but that's by the by. I don't know if he's coming to the game, not fully prepared or whatever, but I'll go and find out. But that's just a byproduct of what we weren't very good on the ball, or for long enough. We didn't have enough quality on the ball, which is unlike us. But when we did create things, and we needed to do that more often.
Can you put your finger on why it was like that tonight?
I think it's just here right now. No, there's lots of little things. There's no one magic bullet, obviously. I thought some players weren't up to scratch. I thought we looked as though we made decisions that weren't quite quick enough, weren't bright enough in possession, and then the quality. And then there's that sort of desire to win a game of football, and I thought that was lacking on 1 or 2 as well. Whether that's tiredness, long trip on Friday and all the rest of it, or games have caught up with some, I don't know. But we were just, our edge wasn't there. It felt at certain periods of the game for certain players. It wasn't a continuous 90 minutes kind of thing. And if you're not to your max for whatever reason, then you've got a chance of losing the game of football. And even though it was a fairly even affair, like I say, it's been decided by 2 set pieces. And on another night, we do take a chance. I thought Jason's had a couple of good chances, one in each half, and we've gotten in around the box enough to create and score, but we haven't quite managed to do it. But as the game wore on, it felt as though that was getting further away from us, not closer.
No Danny Rose tonight. What's the issue there?
He had a concussion, a delayed onset concussion, so we got him checked, and he can sort of do, it's like an extended return to play, if you like. It's all supervised by the EFL doc, and he can do no more than 40 minutes today, and his heart rate can't get above a certain number, and he can't head the ball and them kind of things. That's why he could be out on the pitch. So it's all monitored and closely monitored, and it'll be monitored tomorrow. Make sure he's not got any sort of symptoms from the back of that, which I don't believe he has. So it's next stage, and he gets a bit more and a bit more and a bit more, and if there's anything, it goes back. So we'll just keep slowly building him, and hopefully check every day off until he's fit and able to return.
And how much was he missed tonight?
Yeah, the obvious answer is, listen, we've come into the game with not one fit striker in the football club, not in the football club. So it's always going to be tough. You've got 6 first team strikers out, we've even got a couple of YTs out as well, so it's not easy. I thought Luca Barrington was excellent. I thought his performance probably did deserve a goal, and he nearly had one on a transition near the end that have equalised. I thought he was very good, but we didn't get enough around him, and we didn't get the ball to him often enough and in good areas. We've had plenty of chances where it's not quite happened. There was one where one player could have committed a play and slipped Denver in, and didn't quite commit enough, and so there's loads of little bits like that. But ultimately, you need a killer on the pitch, and Danny Rose knows where to stand to put the ball in the net, and we haven't had that. Like we haven't had the other 5 lads that are all injured as well.
I guess a plus is this is a rare feeling for us to lose away. This is the first time we've lost away since Barrow in January.
Yeah, look, it's not a common thing, which is a good thing. I thought the fans were excellent at full time. I thought they were excellent all through the game. But I thought it was really important that, and I thought that was a credit to the fans that they stood and clapped us, and it showed the support, to the players. And I thought that was a really good thing, a brilliant thing from the fans, and we're obviously grateful that they've stayed till the end and sang in front of the lads, because they're trying. It's not a lack of effort, and it's like I say, it's a bit of an unfamiliar feeling not winning away. So dust ourselves down and go again Saturday.
Cheers, David. Thank you.